Hey guys, this is Team Scrubs or Us. Finally with a new video. Sorry for not posting any for a while, especially for all you guys that subscribed. Thank you for staying with us if you're still with us. And well, I would like to apologize because some of us are pretty busy. Some of us work. Misao, he works, and the rest of us are pretty lazy. I'm still with school. Well, I got done now. That's why I'm finally getting around to making videos. So yeah, here I am with another video. Finally a video, a hero related video, because I am the hero guy. So I hope you guys like it, and let's get started. Alright, so today's video is on Gemini Spark for hero decks. How to use it, when to use it, well, how to use it to its best potential. How to make it not cloggy, especially. That's one of the big things. Alright, so let's start by how many you run. Yeah, how many do you run in a deck? Alright, let's start. Some people run 1. I've actually heard this a couple of times. People run 1 with their triple alias engine. Here we have the triple alias engine. Because the way people play it, it's actually player preference. Some people play alias, they just summon it all willy-nilly. They they just see it as a monster. They don't see its full potential when put together with Gemini Spark. Some people are just not patient. I guess if you need the monster, I don't know. That's not the way I play it. But some people just summon the alias and attack, and that's why they only run 1 Gemini Spark, because they'll draw into the Gemini Sparks if they run triple and they don't have the alias. Again, because they used to use the alias all. They just threw it out there all willy-nilly. And I mean, yeah, you don't get it clogged, but what's the point of running 1 if you're hardly ever gonna run into it? Sometimes not even run into it, or you'll run into it late game after you've already thrown away all your aliases. I just don't see what the point of that would be. You might as well just take it out, Now let's go on to 2. Some people are on 2 Gemini Sparks. I actually started off with this when I was running my Hero Gate build back a year ago, I think. Yeah, back when I started playing actually competitively. I ran 2. 2, you don't get it clogged up, and you still get the effect of Gemini Spark. You still get to plus off of it. You can throw your alias a little willy-nilly. I guess I'm overusing that word. I'm sorry. You can just use your alias as you please, kinda, and still be able to run into Gemini Spark and get the effect. But I don't know. I feel like it's not that great still. Then you have your triple. Triple Gemini Spark, in my opinion, is so good. Like, just if you know how to use it, it can do so much in so many ways. This is actually one of the main reasons I love hero decks, other than they look badass. But this card it pluses so much, and it gives power to the deck and consistency. Actually, it's in my opinion one of the best draw power right now, and especially one of the best draw power in the deck, since the deck doesn't have much going on for it. But yeah, 3 problems with this is, yeah, it clogs up your hand, and this is where learning how to use it and make it live comes into play. The way I see it is, I'd rather run into the Gemini Spark before the alias, and this is why. Because you run all these ways to keep your alias in hand, or keep your alias playable. So I'll go into it. Well, first of all, let's go to this. You have 3 alias, so you're gonna draw into him eventually, regardless of what happens. What I like to do to start off is, I just basically hold him till I draw a Gemini Spark, and set up for the Gemini Spark Plus. I'll get to that later. So that's the first thing, draw into the alias, because you do run 3 of them, or you should if you run 3 Gem Sparks. Okay, from there, we run the duality. Duality, reveal the top 3 cards, add 1, that. Okay, out of 3 cards, when you run triple alias again, the odds of you running into that alias are pretty high, so you can probably run into that. And even if you have the alias in hand, you can run into the Gemini Spark, make it live. This is a great card, actually, in this manner. People run 3 of it. The way I've seen it in hero decks, they run 3. I personally only run 2, but at 3 it makes it so much more live. So that's one way. Then you have Rhoda and your eco. People run 3 ecos, 1 Rhoda, 2 ecos, whatever. These search this out. So as long as you have these in hand, you can either draw into these or draw into these. But one way or the other, this will always be live. That Gemini spark is going to be live. Same goes with Stratos. You're always going to run into the Stratos either by searching either using these to search him, or by using him to search these. Either way, you're always going to like go right back to your alias. And I mean, how can Gemini sparks not be live? Yeah, they get clogged up, but I don't know, that's different. So those are your ways of getting them from the deck to your of getting your alias from the deck to your hand, and I guess one way of getting your Gemini spark from your deck to your hand. So then we have Hero Blast. People are running 2, people are running 3. I guess you can run 1. This card is so good. You can have your alias in your grave and then draw into Gemini spark. Oh wait, I have Hero Blast. Let me set this plus off of it and make Gemini spark live again. This is your way of getting your alias from your grave to your hand. I mean, obviously other than Reborn and I guess Ocean if you run it. I run it. So everybody running this, I don't see why Gemini spark would be dead. That's your way of getting it from your grave to your hand. And then you have this. And for some people who tech it in, this. These are your ways of getting alias from remove from play. Okay, so let's start with Shining. You have your beater. You have your 32 beater. You have control. If they manage to get around it without removing it, because that actually lately has been happening a lot, but you know, what can you do? If they get it sent to the grave, oh no, you lose your beater. You get your alias back. You have your Gemini spark, and they're ready to roll. That's just, again, I don't see how people can complain about it being dead. Then you have Voltic. This is a tech that people don't use. I personally love this card. I run it at 1, and you attack directly, you make damage, or if you run honest, then you just run over something, whatever it is. Boom! Look at his homie. He's here. Then attack. That's damage. Then you have this, and it's live. What do you know? Again, like, there's just so many ways. So you have your ways of searching it from the deck to your hand, from the grave to your hand, and remove from play to your hand. I don't see how Gemini Spark can be dead. Now, other than that, you have your other Gemini targets that some people run. I'm personally running this card right now. It's really good. I mean, it gives me access to Nova Master. I already have access to Shining, so why run End the Mine? I don't have it right now, but he is another good example. I don't have beef against it. I personally don't like it. You have these two. They give you more opportunity. Normally they only run one, like either one. They run 4 Gemini targets, and I mean consistency, you know. So yeah. Now that I've gone over the ways to make it live and less cloggy, or less annoyingly cloggy, I guess, because it's still gonna clog, I'm gonna go on to the ways of using Gemini Spark. Alright, let's start off with the basics. Your opponent has, let's say 2 cards there, right? You go on, it's your turn. You summon Alias. You ask, summon good? They're like, no. Bottomless. And, well, now people get it, you know, they know that you probably have a Gemini Spark. And, you know, it's cool. They think that they're helping you out, that they're making you use them, but if you think about it, what else are they here for? I mean, yeah, you want to destroy a monster with it, but you have beaters to do that. You can do that in other ways. So you chain your Gemini Spark. tribute your alias. He's now in the grave for your Miracle Fusion for further use. And you pop your other card. Now that's, let's show you. That's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. And then you draw your card. I mean, that's a +1. That's a flat out, right out there +1. That's, I don't see how that's, I don't know. I don't see how people wouldn't run 3. Now let's go on. You have your alias. You decide to attack. You know, you're like, summon alias, summon good. All right, attack. They go D person. Again, same thing. Jam your Gemini spark. Tribute alias. He's now safe in the grave for Miracle Fusion or even Hero Blast. Pop your other card. Draw your card. +1. There you go. Now, let's say there's another one. You have your alias, and you have this set. Well, first of all, let's do this. You summon, alright? You attack directly. They take the damage. You drop the Gorse. Drop the token. Alright, that's cool. Then you wait. You can either wait and wait for them to attack or whatever, or you can just chain it. Get rid of him already. Draw your card. That's a 2 for 2, but still you get rid of the bigger monsters. That's one of the, I guess, lesser ways of using it. Now there's this one. You have your alias, you set your back row. There you go. They either activate a continuous spell or flip a continuous trap. I would normally be using, I was planning on using Future Fusion. But weird enough, a hero player doesn't have Future Fusion. Actually, Andy's using it. Yeah, they flip it, continuous spells. Wait a minute. Chain your Gemini spark. Chain your Gemini spark. Tribute. Pop one of your continuous spells. Sorry if you heard that. Pop one of your pop the continuous spell. Or a trap. It's continuous. It has to stay face up on the field to resolve. So it doesn't get the effect. That's one of the hugest uses of Spark. It's an MST. How great is that, you know? So that's another one. Now, yeah, you're gonna run into. I'm gonna use Solemn as an example because I don't know warnings. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I don't prefer them. So you have you have this in your hand. Summon alias as one of those examples. They warning or Solemn, whatever. Damn it! Now my Gem Spark is dead. Oh no! What am I gonna do? But then you get this, set it. Then let's say they summon, I don't know, whatever. A monster is 19 attack or less. Bloop. Plus. Oh no, this gets destroyed. And now, what do you know? They're alive again. That's one of the uses. Then you have your alias face up, and you have your spark set. They go ahead and set a back row and turn. Now, let's say by some weird reason you want to end phase destroy their back row so they can't chain it. Boom, it's done. You get rid of a chainable trap. Don't have to deal with it next turn, and you still draw a card. So one way or the other, it's a great card. It's great. Even that's one thing I don't have. I'm actually gonna show you right now. Let's say they have a monster that removes. Like you have your alias and you have this set, and they're like, oh, I don't want you to use that for miracle later. Summon this. Now there's no prio, so obviously you can tribute him. Pop. But even better, like say there's a way you can get around him next turn. You wait for him to use this effect, targeting him. Chain your Gemini Spark. Tribute him so he's now safe in the grave, away from removal. Pop a monster. You can either pop him, but he's already not gonna attack, so you might want to pop something else. You know, you can pop something else. draw your card, and the next turn, I guess Miracle Fusion for whatever you want to do. You know, boom, bring out the Shining. Where's that little bastard? Bring out the Shining and run his little chest over. That's another way of doing it. Now, let's say, I think that's about it. It's most of the things I wanted to go over. Basically, overall, I wanted to say that Gemini Spark is just, it's a great card. Oh, alright. There's a little ruling I just remembered about. I don't know if it's a ruling or whatever. Alright, so summon alias. They have 2 back rows, right? Boom and boom. So you summon your alias. They activate bottomless. And let's say you have another monster. You already have a summon Stratos. They activate bottomless. Now, obviously, you're gonna go ahead and chain your Gemini Spark because now you know how to plus with it. Tribute him. He's now in the grave, save for whatever the hell you want to use him for later. And you target the other card they have. They chain it, bouncing him. I don't know why they would bounce Stratos, but let's say whatever card they bounce, you know, they bounce him. He goes to your hand. Well, they bounce him. Chains revolve, you know, they bounce. This goes off, then this goes off, and this goes off. This stays on the field till the end of the chain, till the chain resolves. Sorry. So it still gets destroyed by Gemini Spark, which means you still get to draw. That's something that people are very confused on. They think that, you know, oh, they chained it, it doesn't get destroyed anymore. But yes, it still does because the card stays on the field until the resolution of the chain. So that's one big thing. Actually, I just remembered another thing I wanted to go over is one of the main things for Gemini Spark is to plus. Not just to go out and destroy whatever the hell you want because heroes need destruction, even though they kind of do now. They kind of do, but you want to use this in the most efficient way possible, and if you can plus off of something, why not do it? So the way I see it, I reserve both my alias and my Gemini Spark in my hand. Even if I draw into them first turn, whatever, I'll use some other monsters, whatever the hell I have, or I'll just take a little bit of damage. I wait for them to have more than 1 card on the field, because if I summon him when they have 1 card, they chain bottomless. I am gonna change Gemini Spark, but I don't get to plus. I do get him safe in the grave, but then I'm just left there open for attacks, and didn't even really get anything out of it. Maybe if you get lucky, you got something good off the draw, or you had a Miracle Fusion or whatever. But just think about it. Try to think about it and use Gemini Spark the best way possible, because this is a really good card, and it's. I wish people would start learning how to use it better. Well, yeah, that's the end of the video, and thank you guys for watching. It'd be nice if we got some feedback from you guys, a couple, 1 or 2 likes, or some more subscribers, a comment or 2, you know. It'd be nice if you guys could help us out with that, support us, you know. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers that have stayed, even though we haven't made a